Hello guys, today we're going to learn how to apply the photocopy effect to our images. We're going to achieve this cool and practical effect in a few simple steps. So if you're ready, let's go. Welcome to another video on your own channel. I'm Mary and I'm really happy that today I got the chance to share another technique with you. We're going to apply the photocopy effect to our images. So in the first step, we need to open an image in Photoshop. I use this beautiful image and the link is in the description. You can use the same image or load your own photo into Photoshop. So now in the first step, I duplicate the background layer just like this. And I click OK. And as you can see, the duplicated image layer is created right here. I'm going to right click it and choose convert to smart object. Then I go to filter, blur and motion blur. So in this window, first set the angle to 0 so that the blur filter is applied horizontally. So for the distance, you can use a value between 250 and 400 pixels depending on your image. So I'm setting it to 300 and just then I'm going to click OK. And as you can see, the motion blur effect is now applied. So next, I want to remove this effect from the face area. So the motion blur is only visible around the edges of the image. So with the second layer selected, I click on mask. And a mask is now added right here. So I'm going to reset the colors to the default black and white using the D key. Then I reverse them so the foreground becomes black and the background white. So now select the gradient tool from here, guys. Set the gradient to basic, which is our first gradient option. From this section, set the gradient to reflected gradient, the fourth option. So with the mask selected, just go to the face area just like this, and all you need to do is draw a line like this with the gradient tool. So you can also adjust the length to make it shorter. The shorter the line, the smaller the visible area will be. So I think this kind of effect works very well. So I'm going to now try it a few times to make sure if it's exactly what I want. I think it's perfect. So I think this is looking very great now. So in the next step, I go here, guys, and select black and white to turn the image black and white. So I leave it on the default settings. Now we need to make a copy of the entire image by pressing Ctrl and A. Then I go to edit and copy merged just like that. So now I go back to edit, paste, and you can see that a new layer has been created right here. Which is in a separate layer. I right click on it and select convert to smart object. Then we move to filter, filter gallery in the first step. Make sure that if you've already applied several filters in the section. So you might see them listed right here. For example, there could be several filters here. Clear all of them to reach a single filter. When you reach one filter, go to the sketch folder and select halftone pattern. This way you'll see the halftone effect displayed. So set the pattern type to line, and here you can change the size in this step. We are adding lines to the image, so that represent scan lines. You can also adjust the contrast to increase or decrease it. These settings can be edited later. I'm setting the size and contrast to 2 and 15. And now I'm going to select cone to canyon option. So let's see how it affects the image. It adds some noise to our work. Again, you can adjust the values here based on your preferences. So, guys, don't rely on the numbers I'm using because they will have a different impact depending on your image. So work on your own settings to get to the desired result. I'll add another effect here and go to the third filter. This time I'll choose grain from the texture section. The grain noise is now applied. So, look, guys, this step is entirely based on your taste. You can choose the type of grain you want. For example, regular adds noise to the image, which has its charm, or other available options. But here I prefer to set it to horizontal. We have a beautiful effect right here. Just look how well it creates the photocopy effect for us. So now you can return to halftone pattern and for example increase the size or adjust the values to match your preferences, or go back to the second effect and just see what changes can be made right here. So just like this, we click OK and see how beautifully the effect is applied. You can observe the changes like this. Finally, go to the adjustment section and, for example, add a curves adjustment and bring this part up a little bit to soften the black areas, giving it a slightly grey vintage look. And here we go. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this type of tutorial, subscribe to our channel. There are videos on the channel that I'm sure you'll love. Visit resourceboy.com for exclusive and free files that will help you edit faster with a better quality. Thank you so much. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.